Well, hello, good people. This is Tom and Heather from Shadowfields, and this is Monday in the Studio.
And please, if it's your first time here, even if it's your millionth time here, and if you haven't liked and shared and subscribed to a channel, please do that for us tonight. And click on that notification bell to stay connected to us whenever we go live. Smash that button.
What's with the mittens?
Hey, it's a little cold here today. And in fact, I went outside in the car and there was ice, I don't know, was it a quarter of an inch thick? All right, it wasn't that much, maybe an eighth. But everything was slick. And my son said, Mom, it looked like you were ice skating out there. I go, hon, there's just no way I could even walk up there today.
Was it really slippery out there?
That wasn't like it in your house?
When I left for work this morning, see, I had to get up really early in the morning. And when I leave the house really early in the morning, it was drizzling and it was turning to ice, but it
stayed ice at our place the entire time.
Okay.
Because we're north of you or south of you.
Yeah, please.
The weather's a little different.
Please sing the theme song.
Oh, Monday in the Studio. Hey, so Dave and Shirley and George, stay warm wherever you are. Pat, I'd like to know exactly how cold it is where you are. Tony, it's probably the same as it's
about
here. Yeah.
What's everybody got to drink tonight?
Me? Well, I'm glad you asked. So I just have a little
I think you should take off your gloves when you have that, because I envision of it going.
That just has happened 2 times.
Yes, it has.
Not many times, just 2. It's because of these coasters. They're like a half an inch thick coaster that's wobbly.
Okay. Maybe not wearing mittens in the studio would be.
I used to like puppets.
Sock puppets?
Sock puppets.
Okay.
I wrote a song about sock puppets once.
Yeah. Yeah. We Chardonnay.
Chardonnay.
I'm just water tonight. Can you believe it? Just water.
You almost spilled it too.
Water is not a problem.
Diet Pepsi. Dave, hope you have some ice cream sandwiches there.
You look all fancy tonight.
I am. I've got a coat on. Because I thought that I would be, I'd have more layering. And I have my cashmere sweater. I only have one cashmere sweater.
I don't have any
more.
cashmere sweaters.
Oh, it's so warm. And then
I don't own a sweater.
Cool. No?
No. I don't like sweaters.
No?
No.
My dad didn't either.
It's like being hugged by a really itchy person.
Well, that's why you should check out cashmere. Right, ladies? Cashmere. Because it keeps you cool, but it also keeps you warm. It's a little like linen. Linen keeps you cool when you need to be cool, and warm when you need to be warm. Cashmere and linen are the 2 perfect materials.
How about cotton?
Actually, cotton is not as breathable as linen, which is really kind of interesting. I checked into this. Polyester gives it takes all your energy. It's this energy thing. Well, anyway, So Dave, they're in the freezer though, with everybody else. The ice cream sandwiches are in the freezer, just like everybody else. We're all in the cooler.
I thought this was like a Dahmer thing or something like that. Everybody's in the freezer.
Thank you. So anyway, hey, how was everybody's New Year's thus far? How's yours? Fantastic news for you today.
Oh yeah, today.
You're number 1 out of 15 releases.
It was the top 15 releases.
Yeah, but you're number 1.
Re-releases this year.
Re-release, yeah. Reissues. I'm just going to say though that you're number 1. Didn't we already know that? Everybody, didn't we?
So
know?
it was kind of fun. It was kind of fun.
Yeah. So tell everybody what this is about. You're number 1.
It was the Damascus CD thing, the double CD. 40 years late, we come out to be...
No, 40 years on time.
Yes.
Obviously, you needed to learn a few things, and maybe you did, and then that was what happened. I mean, you have to look at it.
It was really wonderful. It was great news, and I got a text saying, "Hey, you should check this out."
I think it's great.
I opened it up, and I actually, a lot of those times, like the top 25 or whatever of anything, basically, usually I watch the first of it and I go, skip ahead. I just want to know who's number 1. And
this time you didn't.
I didn't. I watched the whole thing. And I don't know.
That's really great.
It was kind of nice.
I'd like to be excited for you. So I'm going to be excited for you. Wonderful. This is really great news. For someone who's worked with you for 18 years and, you've been missing this piece of your life back in your life. And I think this is great. Yeah, so congratulations.
It's fun.
Yeah. You're a star.
Yeah.
Right, Tony? He's a star.
I'm not a star.
Yeah, star.
I'm not a star.
You're a star.
Anyway.
Yeah, so we wanted to go over top...
So how about the year in review?
Year in review. There's some things I do remember. But they've been recently. They've been recent. You guys, I got a new mic. I know this is huge. We just...
You got a new mic?
Yeah. Didn't I just get a new mic? All right. Okay. All right. He bought the mic, but we did a little taste test. We did a microphone test on Saturday.
Yeah, I think it was.
It's just recently. This is big news for me.
It might have been last Monday. We might have done some of it. But it was
no, it was Wednesday.
Yeah. Typically, it's taken us years before we found the mic that you normally use.
Was it years? It wasn't. It may be like 3 or 4 years.
Yeah. We worked with other microphones for a long time.
Yeah.
And we couldn't get your voice to sound just like what it is. And
like butter.
Yeah. And then we finally got the microphone that we got, and it was sounded great. We've used it on pretty much every
5 albums, I think, right?
Probably not the first couple.
Yeah.
But after that, after probably 4, 5, 6, 7, it was used on, and it worked out great. But I'd read about another microphone and decided I've wanted one. Yeah. Let's give it a shot. And
guys, it's more than butter. It's
original idea was I bought a really, a $500 microphone. Mm-hmm. That's what I bought, a $500 microphone. I was going to use it on kick drum.
Yeah.
Just on the outside of the kick drum. I've already got a nice mic on the outside of the kick drum. It's just, incremental, making things better.
Yes.
And that's what I've been doing, just making things just a little bit better. So I got it and it was defective and it just didn't work at all. So I got hold of the place I bought it from. I said, hey, this is defective. Oh, you want us to...
Bee's Knees?
No, I bought it from Window Over Earth.
Okay.
And who's a distributor for Bee's Knees. And Mark there, he said, well, what would you like to do? You want me to send you another one? I'm like, every time I buy something inexpensive, maybe, Tony, maybe you can identify, or Pat with Chardonnays. Every time I decide to cut corners and go cheap,
something
buy
happens.
Nice or buy twice. That's what they say.
Yeah. Oh. And, I should keep that in mind.
Every time I go for like mid-level grade things, I'm always disappointed. Always. I did that with octave mandolins, where I wanted to get into octave mandolin. So I bought, like $1,000 octave mandolin, and I was so disappointed.
Yeah.
It just didn't sound that great.
Yeah.
And then I had to upgrade from there, and I would have been much better off had I just saved the money and bought the better one to begin with.
Yeah. So they gave you a mic.
So I asked them about certain deals that were going on, and this particular microphone was not on a deal.
No.
But he had bought like 8 of them, and he said he would give me incredible pricing if I wanted it. Mm-hmm. You pay shipping, no tax.
Nice.
And I was like,
no tax, huh?
Yeah, exactly. I was tempted to buy 2,
under the table deal to me.
But I need a place to live, so I decided not to buy 2. I bought 1, and it was a very pleasant surprise.
Nice.
I've been working on vocals for the solo project, and it is, for my voice, it's wonderful on background vocals because it's smooth.
It is smooth.
It's probably the smoothest microphone I've ever known. It's odd that it's so smooth and it's so similar to what I already use, but there's just the shape of it is a little bit different.
Yep.
Anyway, so that's how my New Year started.
Yes. That's great. Fantastic. What about your year in review? I don't remember anything else except for twins right now, people. I mean, I really don't.
Well, all right. Well, we had some, we didn't do a whole lot last spring and things like that. We didn't really get rolling.
Well, we had What Will Be came out. We also
we did a couple.
We had
no, What Will Be wasn't until later in the year. It was on the dime. We did the
On the Dime was earlier, and then
we did the video work for that and things like that. And then we did have a tour, a Michigan tour.
Mm-hmm. Yes, we did.
We had the hurricane tour.
Hurricane tour. That's terrible.
We played at Roselle Fest.
Yes, we did.
We played a Christmas party.
Mm-hmm.
We played a handful of times locally too, but I don't remember all those shows exactly.
No, I think what was very fun about this year is just honestly, we did some stuff ourselves, but I think working with so many of the folks from Greenhouse, getting their music out. We have Larry and Sammy, and Dan and Adela. Yeah, and just having some new people in the studio as well. I think that's really, and Marshall. There's a lot of really great times with these people as well, getting to know them and helping them achieving a dream that they've had. Yeah. So I think that was really cool this year.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Probably more so than even sometimes the stuff that we do, like playing a concert. To me, that's a thing. That's wonderful. I love it. But I also like seeing just kind of the eyes of like Sammy, is excited because he's got something new coming out.
Yeah, the whole idea is that we can help somebody attain a dream.
Yeah, I think that was very fun.
That's fulfilling in itself, even if it's not just our stuff.
Yep.
And we did a bunch of that, and we probably should have done more.
Mm-hmm.
We did
a lot of stuff. Yeah,
but we had some rather sad news over the last couple weeks.
Had just so a couple people that we worked with. We have a gentleman named Darren Kohler. He passed away over Christmas Eve. And then a friend of ours, Alan Dortz, just passed away. It was I think yesterday. But these were all people from our Pollyanna community. And for those, and Darren, we'd actually had him in.
Yeah, he came in the studio, and we were just ramping up to start again with him.
Yeah,
he was going to bring in a drummer and a bass player, and they were going to record his song, "Play It by Ear," which we should share with you sometime.
We should. Yeah, it's a really fun song. I think we should do that kind of in memoriam.
It was just a horrible shock,
It really was
for both of them, because Al was just at the house for our Pollyanna reunion thing in late November, where we had it here, and everybody came to sing, and he was like the last. He was the last
person who came in. He had another gig, and he came here just on his way home because he lives near.
Yeah, and so he came in and played. I think he was probably like the last person to play.
He did.
So it's very sad.
Very sad news that we got today.
But that's what leads me to a New Year's resolution.
Okay.
You guys got a New Year's resolution. Write down your New Year's resolution. Mine is not a specific thing, but it's more of a thought process.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That if there's something you want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't wait for the stars to align. Don't wait for things to be perfect. Just do it.
Mm-hmm.
I know I sound like a Nike commercial now.
A Nike commercial?
Yeah. But if there's something you want to do, you should just do it, because you have no idea how many days you have left.
Agreed.
Not to be morbid or anything like that, but you don't know.
Right.
And if you really want to do something, if it's always on your mind that you want to do it, then just do it.
Yeah.
Don't make excuses. Just do it.
Mm-hmm. So Joe Martin, who we know, he has, I think, this TED Talk about, giving a word or phrase to your year and to your year upcoming. And so I'm going to do that for a resolution.
You're going to have a word? What's your word?
Well, on. It's. Do I have to share it right now? I do, right? Okay.
When else were you going to share it? Because we're halfway point right now. It's tomorrow, or it's not tomorrow now.
It's not tomorrow.
But Dave, you don't know how many tomorrows you have.
That's right. Well, I don't. To me, one of the things that I've been working on is because Larry Etchins, he's a big. When he was in here, he talked about being a baker or baking bread, and he wanted to be. He's trying to, be the top baker and that kind of stuff. You remember? So he gave me some of his sourdough starter at the party that was a Pollyanna reunion. And I'd also started some starter. I'd gotten some from Amazon, and they're like a little packet, and I started some. So I have been starting to make sourdough bread.
How are you doing?
They do say that if you start making sourdough bread, the next thing you're going to have are chickens, and then you're going to have goats, and then you're going to, your husband's going to have lots of projects, and I'll buy a barn and that kind of thing. That could possibly happen. However, I'm just starting with the starter. Well,
you have a shed.
So I know.
You could keep chickens in the shed.
I was thinking behind the shed. I wasn't thinking of actually in the shed.
Well, they got to stay warm during the winter, don't they?
They can huddle.
Otherwise, it'd be like frozen chicken
I don't know
fillets.
much about chickens, but I think they can huddle together.
I don't know if they're even smart enough to know that they just froze to death. I'm not sure.
No. I've been out of work since October 2022, and there's just a lot of like weird stuff that, physically, mentally, whatever. And I think just starting on just the bread piece has been kind of fun for me. It's, it does take calculations. I'm not really a mathematician here, but I looked at this scale and I'm like, and this word tare, Tare, just to get to I'm like, what is this? So I'm learning. I'm trying to just take things slowly. So I kind of like the idea of the bread rising and just doing a little things that kind of, help me kind of, whatever you want to call it, healing or whatever you want to call it. I just little things, not huge, but just move in directions of things that I would like to do. So like this morning I got up and I just came up with something that I wanted to write on the piano. And so I've got that on my voice note. It just tiny little things that can start me moving in a better direction for myself. So the word rising, I guess I like.
What did the bread say to Heather?
To rise up. I don't know.
You need me.
Oh my gosh. Did you just make that up?
Oh yeah.
So
I'm
good.
the first.
Daniel,
they're buying a farmhouse and we'll have chickens. Oh no, Heather's going to be visiting. Hey, take those chickens out of your back seat, lady.
But don't take those chickens from them, Tony. Don't take those chickens.
Chickens, and then where's the chicken?
Where's the chicken?
Barbecue's almost ready.
Finally is my word for 2024. You'll have to explain that one.
What does finally mean?
Yeah, you'll have to explain that one, Pat. What does that mean?
Maybe for Pat, 2024, finally. For 2024, not for 2025. 2024 was finally, after rehearsing with us for nearly a year, he got to play a show in 2024.
That's true.
So maybe is that what that meant, Pat?
Or finally, he was able to get the drum part that you wanted him to get.
Oh my
right?
God! No, but that was just this last Sunday.
Yeah,
Pat came over.
That was yesterday.
Yes. I am very far on my solo album, and Pat came by to play drums on it, and it was a brutal session.
Oh, finally playing a lot with great musicians, and not just us. I know Pat's out playing with other folks as well. So
he's out a lot.
Yeah,
we worked on the 15-minute song yesterday, and it's pretty brutal. It's a pretty hard song.
It's 5 3-minute songs,
and you can't really count it. Of
course not.
It's pretty hard to count.
You take quite quite a lot of pride in that as well.
Yeah, I like the fact that no normal person could dance to any of this material.
Mm-hmm. No, I even have a hard time breathing. Pat, when you listen to some of this, when I get to those kind of alternate time signatures, I'm like, I'm trying to breathe.
Well, because you're used
to quite breathe.
You're used to in out of 4/4.
Right.
And then when you get to 7/8 and
I'm like it's like I have a what's it called when you have that skipping of your heart, tachycardia or whatever. Yeah.
There you go.
So what would be your one word then? It'd be just like take advantage, what would it be?
Just do it.
Just do it.
Yeah, well, not just do. I don't want to copy Nike because I don't really care about Nike.
Yeah.
But don't wait. Maybe that's it. Don't wait. If there's something you want to do.
So what are you waiting on?
Don't wait.
Are you waiting on anything?
I'm always waiting on something. Usually it's you. But
I know I'm 5 minutes late. Tonight I was only 2 minutes late.
I didn't even notice that you were late tonight. That's how early or
That's
on
how
time
early
you were.
on time. That's right.
Yeah.
You weren't like, it's 10 minutes now. I don't mean to be late. It's just that I had to do so much before I leave. I want to get everything done. I gotta have the bread rise, I gotta have the bread rise.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do have some things that I'm working on though.
So
they're top secret.
Rising is your word for the year.
Yeah.
My word is, what is it?
Do it.
Don't wait.
Oh, don't wait.
Don't wait. That's 2 words.
It's okay. We'll let that go.
Right in your word. You got a word for this year? I don't know.
Got a word? Got a word?
What's the word?
I think I'll have to think about what other things, but definitely the bread. And then there's some other projects I'm working on.
Maybe Tony's is winning for cops.
Or maybe it's raising because the girls are coming up. The twins are going to be coming up to Chicagoland. Do you know that?
Yeah. By summer sometime, right?
Yep. Can I share with one thing? That my son...
No, I'm sorry, we ran out of time.
Stop it. So my son, Evan, is in the Coast Guard, and he got a commendation with a medal for, it's a lot, but basically they did something called dry dock, which is not like alcohol. It has nothing to do with alcohol. I just want to let you know it doesn't. But they had to take their entire boat and they had to put it in isolation in this dock and then put it up so it could get painted and washed and everything like that and take it down. But apparently he created a whole new process for doing it that they're now going to be following. I'm like,
that's pretty cool.
Son, oh my goodness.
Wow.
Yeah. And so he got a commendation and he got a medal, and his last night on the boat, on the cutter that he was on was 2 nights ago. So he's no longer going to be on the Yared cutter.
What is he going to do now?
He's going to be in officer candidate school. He's now going to be an officer.
And a gentleman?
Yeah. But he goes to candidate school in 1 week in New London, Connecticut.
How long does that last?
I think it's 3 months because he should be out on April 3rd.
Then he comes out as like a lieutenant or something like that, or what do you come out as? Somebody
that's going to be like, you have
because I don't know the whole ranking system, but I think so. I thought in a person who, like an enlisted person, can only get up to sergeant or something like that. Is that right? And then, like, if you're going to be an officer, it starts at lieutenant. You guys
know? I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I haven't watched enough World War II movies, apparently.
Pat's ridiculous.
13.8 requires
an iron lung. That's so bad.
There was quite a bit of that.
Yeah, it is. That's kind of hard to hiccup. And I only breathe on 1 and 3. I don't breathe on 2 and 4. This is crazy because I have a hard time when something's in 4/4, as I always go.
Well,
it's not like I go 1, 2, 3, 4. That sounds. Yeah, it's like I have to be different. So I got a 1, 2, 3, 4.
I've always told you need to follow the snare drum when you're clapping. You follow the snare drum.
Oh, you've said that before.
I think for 18 years.
What's a snare drum sound like? Anyway, it's all a learning process, and
yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
Well, congratulations to Evan. That's wonderful news.
Yeah. So it's been kind of fun. I got to post more about it on Facebook and Instagram and that kind of stuff, because I would like to tell the world about my son. I don't actually talk much about Evan because he's been in the Coast Guard, and he did get me a Gitmo. They go to Guantanamo Bay quite a lot, and he got me a T-shirt.
I escaped Gitmo.
Yeah, exactly.
Is it really?
Yeah, I mean some things like that. But apparently the McDonald's there, it's been around it's the longest running McDonald's, and it's the oldest one. And apparently it's got really good food. So
at Gitmo.
Yes. Well, not at Gitmo, but at Guantanamo
Who would have thunk
Bay.
it?
I know.
Who would have thunk it?
But I don't talk much about him, but he's just very proud of him and what he's been able to accomplish.
That is wonderful.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So thank you. So 2025, what are we thinking about 2025?
Shirley's word is declutter. I know a lot of people that... Be
careful about decluttering. Don't get rid of everything that you love.
No, it's not everything you love, but I think there is something to be said for if you haven't touched it in a year and a half, it needs to go away.
I don't want you talking about decluttering. I don't. There are instruments over here that you have not touched.
That's not true. We're
going to have a discussion later.
Everything we have here has been played. Though I should sell off a couple things anyway. But anyway, that's...
So 2025 looks like this. You got an album that's going to be coming out, right? And we're working on an album. We've got one song to the guys already.
Another new song.
Another new song. And
that
we're
was
working on three others.
It was based on a...
Oh, yes. A prompt. This is like a Larry year. I should have just said Larry.
Did we do that on Mitts or something like that? Or when
I said that he gave me a prompt and that I was working on a song from his prompt.
What was the prompt?
The prompt was Playing in the Rain.
So there's a song called Playing in the Rain that you wrote around what around that suggestion.
Yes.
Like write a song about playing in the rain.
And I did.
And she did.
And I did. I done it.
Yeah. And so it's out with the guys now. They're learning their parts, and then we'll record. And
yep. And we have three other songs in the hopper.
Yep.
So we're working on those as well.
Just need some words for them, and we're
I'm with you.
Cranking.
I got the words.
Okay.
I got the words. I'm full of it now.
We're cranking. And then hopefully this year we can do some shows. I really want to travel.
Yeah.
I know this is going to be probably another rough year for you being away.
Yeah.
Taking care of the twins.
But that's good for you, because then you can just focus on, getting the album, your album.
I can do that whether or not you're
lock,
here.
stock, and barrel.
I can ignore you when you're in town just as easy as I can when you're away.
Thank you, I think. So that'll be, my daughter's going to be coming up here, so that'll be fun. But listen. And I think, I'm not sure if Mike Hamburger's on the line here, but we do have a show at Hey Nani.
Hey Nani in May.
Which is in May. And so I think it's May 14th.
Yes.
So anybody who wants to come from out of town, we'd love to have you.
Yeah, we will not be playing any local shows for a couple months before that.
No.
Because that's good.
I think April we will.
No, we won't.
No?
Because it is a ticketed show. And so...
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. So I think if anybody wants to come out to that, let's just connect with me and let me know.
What do you think about you're going to be in Nashville in a couple weeks for a while. Yeah. Why don't we come down and play a show while you're there?
Sure. Yeah, I could work on that.
We got
a lot of places that we know now.
We could hit a couple places in Nashville.
We know people.
Yeah, because Pat's dying to get on the road. I'm ready to get on the road. I'm just dying. Period. So I know the guys are chomping at the bit to get going. Yeah. So,
well, everybody, thank you so much for coming on this musical adventure with us.
Thank you for this last year and being with us through the whole year. And
we love you all. We love hearing from you. We love your encouragement. And we just couldn't do this without you. So thank you again.
And hopefully some of the wisdom that we've imparted has touched your life in a deep, meaningful way.
Hopefully it has. And follow your word. We should do a check-in in 6 months. We should do a performance review. Yeah, well, see how all you are doing on.
No, I don't. Nobody else has given us a word, have they?
Have.
All right. Only Shirley gave us a word, right?
Yeah, but you know what? Hey, it does. You don't need to give us words, but just I think is our hope for you is that you will be doing things that you love to do, and that you will be, not waiting until, I don't know, not waiting, but just living the life that you want to live. And I think we are, and we would love for you to do that as well.
Okay.
All
right. Wow. That was pretty easy, huh?
So this is
Tom
Monday
and Heather
in the studio. And please like, share, subscribe to our channel, and click on that notification bell, everybody, so we can connect with you whenever we go live. And we will see you here next week.
Next week. We'll have something fun for next week. Maybe we'll come up with a video of some sort. Who knows?
Just might.
Who knows? Okay.
All right. See you, everybody.
Good night, everyone.
Take care. Happy New Year.
Yeah.